The price of Stbl coin right now is around $0.134, and it has seen a dramatic movement over the past month. In just 1 week, the price dropped by more than 42%. But if you zoom out, it's actually up nearly 290% in the last month. That's the kind of volatility that gets everyone's attention. The market cap currently sits at around $67 million, and with only 500 million tokens circulating out of a total 10 billion, there's still a lot of supply waiting to hit the market, which means volatility could remain high as more tokens are released. Now, what exactly is Stbl? Stbl is part of a stablecoin protocol that does something pretty interesting. It splits yield-bearing assets into two parts, a stablecoin called USST and a yield token known as YLD. The Stbl token itself serves as a governance token, allowing holders to participate in decisions about how the ecosystem evolves. This three-token model, USST, YLD, and Stbl, makes the project unique compared to traditional stablecoin platforms. The team behind Stbl has also laid out a clear roadmap. They're planning the mainnet launch, more exchange listings, the start of governance activation, and some key partnership announcements in the coming months. One thing that stands out is their buyback and burn mechanism, which could be a major bullish factor. If they consistently use protocol revenue to buy back Stbl tokens and burn them, that would reduce the circulating supply and potentially push the price up over time. On the technical side, Stbl looks oversold right now. The 7-day RSI is around 28.09, which usually signals that a coin might be near the bottom and could rebound soon. However, the price is still trading below key moving averages, suggesting that short-term trends remain bearish. This might be one of those setups where patient investors could find a buying opportunity if momentum starts to shift back upward. Now, let's talk about some of the major news and developments. One of the biggest headlines is Stbl's partnership with Ondo Finance. They're allowing up to $50 million of USDY to be used as collateral for USST minting, which is huge for credibility and utility. But shortly after launch, the USST stablecoin depegged, which raised a lot of concerns. Stablecoins live and die by their ability to hold their peg, so this incident definitely hurt confidence in the short term. The team has publicly addressed the issue, denied any insider selling, and committed to improving liquidity and transparency. They've also confirmed that buybacks will begin in October 2025, which will provide strong support for Stbl's price if they follow through. Despite some FUD circulating online, mostly about coordinated attacks and insider activities, the project's communication has been steady, focusing on growth and long-term vision. When you look at overall market sentiment, the entire crypto market right now is in a fear phase, according to global indexes. Bitcoin dominance is still high, meaning that altcoins like Stbl aren't getting as much capital flow yet. The altcoin season index is also low, so short-term performance might remain weak. However, the RWA and stablecoin sector is still one of the hottest narratives in crypto, and Stbl sits right in that space. If the market flips bullish again, projects in this category could lead the next wave of growth. On the regulatory side, Stbl is trying to stay compliant with frameworks like the Genius Act, which could position it well for future institutional adoption. But of course, there's always risk. If new global regulations clamp down on stablecoins or real-world asset protocols, Stbl could feel that pressure directly. So while regulatory alignment is a plus, it's also a potential risk factor. Social media and community feedback show mixed but passionate reactions. Many users are optimistic because one of Tether's co-founders is reportedly involved, which adds credibility. Others remain cautious due to recent depegging and the overall complexity of managing a three-token ecosystem. So while the excitement is there, Stbl still has to prove that it can deliver stability and sustainable growth in the long run. When we bring all of this together, there are a few key things you need to keep in mind about Stbl's future. First, the adoption of USST will be absolutely crucial. If the stablecoin regains its peg and gains traction across DeFi, it could be the engine that drives value back into Stbl. But if confidence in USST fades, that could pull everything down with it. Second, the buyback and burn program is a big bullish catalyst. If the protocol consistently burns tokens using its revenue, that will create deflationary pressure, which often leads to long-term price appreciation. Third, the partnership with Ondo Finance and potential expansion of collateral types could open massive new use cases for the ecosystem. If they continue to attract trusted partners, it'll signal to investors that this project is here to stay. Fourth, market sentiment will play a major role. As long as Bitcoin dominates and fear stays high, smaller altcoins like Stbl might struggle for attention. But when the market turns bullish again, coins with solid fundamentals and clear utility, like Stbl, could be among the biggest gainers. Finally, regulatory developments are worth watching closely. Stbl's proactive approach to compliance could make it a future favorite for institutions looking for regulated, yield-bearing stablecoin solutions. In summary, Stbl is an ambitious project with strong potential, but also significant challenges ahead. It's a mix of innovation, volatility, and opportunity. If the team executes their roadmap, stabilizing USST, delivering on buybacks, and expanding partnerships, Stbl could surprise a lot of investors in the next bull run. But as always, the crypto market is unpredictable. So if you're looking at Stbl, it might be smart to accumulate slowly, monitor the fundamentals, and stay patient for the long term. Because if the project delivers on what it promises, the future of Stbl could be much brighter than many expect. Now, let's dive deep into the full details of Stbl coin. Stbl is an RWA-backed stablecoin protocol that uses a yield-splitting mechanism to transform yield-bearing assets into liquid dollar-stable tokens. Minters deposit high-quality RWAs, such as tokenized treasuries or money market funds, receive USST as a stablecoin, and retain a separate yield claim. This structure allows users to unlock and reuse their principal without foregoing yield, spending or deploying USST like USDT/USDC, reinvesting into additional RWAs for compounded returns, or participating in DeFi strategies, while the protocol channels on-chain collateral growth into scalable, liquid stablecoin supply.